Hello and welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Frank Poulin, and today we're going to be talking about that famous Suffolk event that we wait all year for, and that's the Suffolk Peanut Festival. Definitely stay tuned. Hello and welcome back. We're here now with Kathy Caraway, the 2016 Suffolk Peanut Festival chairman, as well as Theresa Earls, the tourism division manager for the city of Suffolk. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Now, what exactly is your role, Theresa, with the Suffolk Peanut Festival?
Well, I'm very fortunate. I get to wear lots of hats when it comes to the festival, but my primary role is the publicity coordinator.
Okay.
And that is a lot of the marketing and design and reaching out for, whether it's social media or print and radio advertising, really just getting the word out about the festival.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot goes into kind of the Suffolk Peanut Festival itself, and it's not just the festival, it's kind of a lead-up of events, right?
Well, the good thing to know is that as soon as the prior year festival ends, the planning for the next year's festival automatically begins.
Oh, does it? Okay.
So it's not
a year-long
just a few
process
months.
then.
Absolutely. And like you said, a lot goes into it. And it's not just the festival. So just to kind of kick us off as far as the calendar of events, on September 29th, which is a Thursday, it'll be the Queen's Banquet, our Suffolk Peanut Fest Queen's Banquet at the Hilton. It's at 7 p.m. You have to get tickets in advance, and we, of course, sell them at the Suffolk Visitor Center, so you're more than welcome to come buy them from us. And like I said, tickets are important because before you could buy them at the door, but this kind of setup, it's a banquet, so you really do need to get them in advance. And what's new for this year, no one will know who the Queen is until the night of.
Oh, really?
Similar to like a pageant.
Okay, yeah.
Not quite Miss America, but Miss Teen USA maybe.
Yeah.
And we're asking the girls, it's a blind competition in the sense that in order to be chosen for court, you write an essay about Peanut Fest, and based on the theme for the year, and also you have to submit your volunteer information, your school records, your transcripts, that sort of thing, to show that you're involved in the community, you're a good student, that sort of thing. So you're getting the best and the brightest of the rising senior girls across the city.
Okay.
And so they're going to be asked some interview questions during the pageant this year, or banquet. And
they're on stage, you're going to be asked questions? Okay.
Absolutely. And they're going to have like a personality outfit and formal wear, that sort of thing. So it's going to be interesting.
So it's kind of a new format than it was in years past.
Yes, it's completely different, and it'll be exciting because there was always at least a couple of people who knew ahead of time who was going to win, but now no one's going to know.
No one in the room will know until the very night of.
It's exciting.
And you kind of mentioned the Peanut Fest theme this year. Well, what is this year's theme?
This is Kathy's theme. Jump on in there.
It is mudslinging, nut cracking, good times.
Oh, wow, okay.
And basically I kind of came up with the theme after we had our mud jam in April.
Okay.
It's kind of a newer event, I guess, that we're having, and everyone seems to really enjoy it. Okay. And so I kind of incorporated the mud. And
all right, great, yeah.
Think of monster trucks and giant obstacles and mud
kind of driving through the mud, mud spraying.
All right. Pumps in the air. It's a lot of fun.
Very nice.
And we got to try it out in April, and it went really, really well. It was a fundraiser for the festival.
Okay.
Because as you know, we had mudslinging of our own a couple years ago with some rain. Yeah. So this year we put the rain in or the water in on purpose so that we could sling mud.
Okay.
And so
it's kind of a dry run or a wet run.
So we should knock on wood.
Yeah.
But it was a great opportunity for us to try out a new event that we're going to now incorporate into the festival as a feature event.
Oh, wow.
And so, of course, you have to have nut cracking in there because there's shells of nuts all over the place, and
we're the Peanut
City,
Festival.
So, yeah. But we have that, of course, and then we have the parade on Saturday, October 1st. It's in downtown Suffolk. It's the same route as usual. It lines up in the Lakeside neighborhood and travels down Washington to Main Street, and it disbands at Finney. It's at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's free and open to the public. It's a great, you want to get your good seats. So you want to
usually a well-attended event.
Yes, it's very well attended. All the high school marching bands are out there. The Shriners are out there, the tiny little cars, and it's a lot of fun. It's when the leaves start to turn, and it really looks really pretty out. Makes for good photos. If you want to come out a little bit sooner, the Hall Place neighborhood is going to be having an unveiling of the new historical marker placed there in honor of Mr. Peanut and his creator, Antonio Gentile, who was actually raised and lived in the Hall Place neighborhood.
Oh, wow, okay.
He won the contest that Mr. Obasi put out, calling for a logo for the Planters company, and he
famously designed it.
Yes, when he was 14, he
won
$5. But later, Mr. Obasi actually put him through medical school and became a doctor. So it's a wonderful story, and he finally gets his own historic marker, and they're going to unveil that at 8:30 in the Hall Place neighborhood. So it's a good day to come and celebrate all things Peanut, because it's Mr. Peanut's 100th birthday this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're celebrating it all year
long.
long.
Full day kind of event.
That's right. And you will notice that we have a huge inflatable Mr. Peanut at the Peanut Fest this year.
Do you? Okay.
So we're excited about that. It's a nice
Kids
photo
love
op.
it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Norfolk had the giant rubber duck.
Mm-hmm.
We have the giant Mr.
You've got
Peanut.
peanuts, and why not?
Right. He's huge and wonderful, and he's going to travel around the city, but I think he will definitely get the most attention at Peanut Fest.
Okay. And speaking of the main event, Peanut Fest
Yes.
itself.
October 6th through the 9th.
Okay. And what kind of great things? I know each year you kind of build on top of what you did the last year. So what kind of great things do you have kind of planned for this year?
Do you want to? I don't want to take all of Kathy's glory, steal her thunder.
That's fine.
Oh. Well, Kathy's done a really good job in selecting entertainment. So I think
Okay.
that's probably one of the things we're most excited about. We had a lot of people asking for bigger names and more current entertainment, which
Okay.
you know is not always the easiest thing to do
Absolutely.
on a nonprofit budget.
Did you do a survey at the end of each year, or
Well, you don't have to do a survey when you have social media.
People, that's true.
It's a constant survey.
Yeah.
It sure is.
But we have a lot of folks that are involved, whether they're volunteers or actual participants, giving us feedback throughout the year, what we
Okay.
should have. And a lot of it, you're just kind of like, okay, we'd love to do that. But other times you really have to go, okay, what can we do to make this happen?
Absolutely.
And part of having the Mud Jam in the fall, or the spring, was to make better entertainment happen. And so Kathy has Joe Nichols, who is a Grammy Award-winning country artist who he's got a string of top 10 hits.
Okay.
And he's done beautifully. He's a really charming guy. He's great voice. He's kind of your more pop country, but not so poppy's Taylor Swift.
Very much. Okay, I understand.
Now, we're really excited about on Sunday, we have Brothers Osborne. And
Really?
it's,
Oh, wow.
it's a duo. It's
Yeah.
two, obviously, brothers. But they're fantastic. And they've just been nominated for 2 CMA Awards.
Oh, wow.
And for Vocal Duo of the Year and New Artist of the Year.
That's exciting
So
to get
that
them right
was
now on the
great
cusp of that
planning.
news. Yeah.
And so Kathy picked them before they were that famous, so that's
Yes.
great.
Awesome.
Fingers crossed. And we have Josh Phillips, who is an up-and-coming country music star.
Yep.
He's got more of a rock and roll kind of edge, deep voice. And then we also have Clark Manson, who's opening for Brothers Osborne.
Okay.
So we have a full
Quite the lineup there.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. And there's music all throughout the festival. It's not just on the main stage.
Okay.
We have the Harvest Family stage, which has more your community local acts. You're going to see
Okay.
cheerleaders and dancers and karaoke.
Karaoke. On Saturday.
Are you
Okay.
going to sing karaoke?
No.
And you can win cash prizes for karaoke.
Oh, can you?
But
I have to
you-
come by and sing "I Will Survive."
Yes.
Can you sing?
Not really.
Wow.
We could sing it together.
There we go.
you
I can
go.
try.
I don't think you're eligible for the cash prize, but we'll totally send it your way if you
Okay.
can do it.
Sounds
Well,
good.
the contest is later in the evening, so we could just go up there and have fun at the beginning.
There you go. You could try it out and see how it works.
Hey, might as well.
But we also have the Peanut Lounge, which is a tent with sides, and it has more of your intimate gathering space. You have tables
Okay.
and chairs, so you can get a beer or a glass of wine and go sit in there. And
Sit down, relax.
Yeah, you're getting more of your jazzy type music. Not necessarily acoustic, but like one step up from that.
Okay.
So if you just want to like get off your feet for a little while and you want to have more of a place to talk or whatever, that would be the place to do it.
So a ton of options.
There's music
musically.
throughout the festival, so we're good on that. Now, we talked about the Mud Jam, which is Saturday at 1. And like I said, big trucks, it's so much
Yeah.
fun. The kids will love it.
I'm sure.
Love it. But we're doing something new this year, which is not necessarily new, but we're revamping the Demolition Derby.
Okay.
In years past, we've actually worked through another company who comes and puts on the Demolition
Okay.
Derby. This year, we're taking it in-house and
Really?
rebranding it.
Okay.
And it's already gone
You
really,
be driving
really
it?
well. I don't know. It would be a great way to get a new car, though.
There
If
we
I could
go.
just convince my husband. I don't know if I'd be qualified to drive in the Demolition Derby, but there's a great pool of money,
Okay.
prize money. I
Yeah.
think it's up to like $41.50.
Oh wow.
And that's a huge, there's several heats and that's competition and,
Okay.
he who's standing last wins, I suppose. But that's going to be 7 o'clock. It's typically at 6. That's a change. It's going to be at 7 on Friday.
Okay.
And that's all included in your entry to Peanut Fest.
That's
So
awesome.
That's great. And what else am I leaving out? You have your family area. We have Kitty Day.
Yes, and the petting zoo will be
Okay.
in there.
And petting zoo. Now there's also a fly-in.
There
Or-
is on Saturday.
You want to
Saturday
kind of
only.
expand a little bit about that?
Well, in years past, we've had the Virginia Regional Festival Flight, and
Okay.
they have kind of rebranded themselves, and they've become the Virginia Festival Flight.
Okay.
And this year, we're working with them to have one event, basically.
Okay.
So the Festival Flight will be at Peanut Fest on Saturday the 8th.
Okay.
All day, and it's included in your admission to Peanut Fest. So you're getting 2 festivals for the price of 1.
Hey, that's a deal.
They're going to have all kinds of different planes, whether they're the ultralights or they're the revamped, restored military planes. They're going to do plane rides, helicopter rides. You can talk to the pilots. There's workshops and forums. They do a pancake breakfast. They do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's educational. It's entertaining. It's hopefully going to encourage maybe some young pilots out there, or you know, some future pilots. And it's a chance to come in and try something new at Peanut Fest. It's completely different.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff to do from the single person to the family to the the older generation that remembers all the Suffolk Peanut Festivals from years past. Now what? There's also a Swamp Roar.
Yes, this is our 15th annual Suffolk Swamp Roar motorcycle rally. Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, I think I already screwed it up in my intro.
We're used to doing this, but it's so impressive every year that we get anywhere from 600 to 1,000 motorcyclists come in on Sunday morning at the festival.
Oh, wow.
And we take them on an 80-mile ride around the perimeter of the Great Dismal Swamp.
Really?
And they do that. They come back and they have a great barbecue chicken lunch, and we have a DJ. They win prizes. They get a T-shirt. They can purchase lapel pins and that sort of thing, and then they can spend the rest of the day at the festival, or they can head off, into the sunset.
Yeah.
But we do this event each year to raise awareness and, of course, funds to support the Great Dismal Swamp and the educational events and activities that they have there. And in fact, this particular event, Swamp Roar, raises money to support the birding festival we have in the spring.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that has turned out to be a great festival. We've done it for almost a decade now, and it brings birders from across the country to check off their list on the birds they've seen. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun.
So there's a whole bunch of different wildlife in the Dismal Swamp that they can't get anywhere else. And
it's during International Migratory Bird Day in that celebration, and so you can see up to 200 different species of birds coming through, and it's just, it's a great way to give back to the community, and by linking two completely different things with motorcyclists and the Great Dismal Swamp bird watching folks. But it works, and so 15 years.
We'll keep it going.
So far, so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, putting on an event like the Suffolk Peanut Festival has to be a Herculean task. Now, I can't imagine this thing is put together overnight. When does the planning process start? How big is the group of people who put this on?
Actually, we have the festival in October, and then in December we have a critique meeting. And then January we normally take a break in January, so maybe January and February actually. So March we start meeting once a month. Then August it becomes twice a month, and September it's every week, all the way up until the festival. And of course, if you're on the executive committee or the executive board, then you're meeting more than just the once a week or once a month type thing. But yeah, there is a lot of planning that goes into it.
Logistics and execution, and how many volunteers kind of the weekend of kind of work for the festival?
We have 200 plus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That many.
So, and everyone really enjoys it. You know, one thing that really stands out to me is everyone has your own family, but then you have your Peanut Fest family.
Very nice.
And so it's really nice. It's kind of like a family reunion for some people, because you get to see each other once a year.
That's cool. Now, I know this year there's been some changes to the admission and stuff like that. Can you kind of go over that and kind of discuss those details?
Yes. Well, normally we charge per car. This year we are not charging to park. It's going to be $10 admission per person. Children 6 and under are free. So that will get you in. You'll get to see all the concerts, Mud Jam, everything that we have to offer, the Festival of Flight. So all of that for the one price, which is really a good deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then on Sunday, well, let me back up. Thursday, we'll be having a carload day. So you can have, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to 8 people legally seated.
We don't want to see pickup trucks with like dozens
people
of
hanging off the back.
No.
So 8
skateboards
people
attached to the bumper.
Don't give people ideas.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, the police would have a heart attack. But 8 people legally seated in a vehicle. You can get in for $40, and that includes wristbands for the rides. So you can ride the rides all day long.
Oh, wow.
For
all
$40.
You can ride. $40, 8 people.
That's cheap.
Yes.
It's
so
amazing.
It's really a good deal. So we're expecting to see lots of families come out Thursday evening. And then on Sunday, we're having the Military Appreciation Day. So as long as the person shows their active or retired military ID, they will save 50% of the individual cost of entry.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So, and also you can buy your tickets online
You can?
ahead of time.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you go online now through, I guess it's September 30th, the tickets are $7.75.
kind of a discounted price there.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so you should
And
definitely
you can
encourage
buy
them.
your 4-day pass online too, which is $30 a person. You can
Okay.
get in as many times as you want for
Yeah,
the 4
yeah.
days. All of that's available at SuffolkPeanutFest.com.
Okay.
And all the information that Kathy just discussed is on the ticket page.
Mm-hmm.
You can click. It'd also be a lot quicker if you just buy your tickets in advance, because then they just scan your ticket. You print it out, you bring it with you, they scan it, and you keep on
You're
going.
in, and you can keep going.
And they're going to be taking credit cards at the gate this year.
Really?
It's just something new.
That's new, right?
Yes, very new.
Just have to find a cash machine beforehand.
Yeah, and we heard a lot of issues from different people complaining about the ATMs either not being able to find them or being out of order or them floating away, depending on the rain. So this just gives another alternative to people who don't always carry cash, because, we're not really in a cash-friendly society. We all keep our debit cards, our credit
Absolutely.
cards. It's a very simple world now. So that will hopefully ease the burden on folks looking to get in the festival and purchase things all around.
Well, it certainly seems like a very reasonable price for everything you get, because there's a whole weekend of events, and it seems like each day has something kind of special, that you can kind of target and go to. And of course, there's the musical acts that happen all day long.
And keep in mind, there's also arts and crafts tents, which is overflowing with arts and crafters this year.
Okay.
They've had to move them into another tent to accommodate
Oh, wow.
all of them.
Yeah.
There's also commercial vendors. We have exhibit tents. We have a silent disco.
What is that?
You have not gone to the silent
I have
disco?
not gone to a silent disco.
Where has he been? Silent disco. You go into this great tent with the lights all going around, spinning around, and you put on a pair of headphones, and you have a DJ, and everybody has a pair of headphones, and the DJ is programming 3 different sounds in each one, so you can hear your music, and you can dance to it, but nobody else hears what's going on.
So going to be completely different dancing going on.
And you'll be
throughout the
dancing
tent.
in there, and people can walk by and see you, and you're having a great old time, but nobody can hear the music.
Oh, wow.
So you're not really bothering anybody,
Yeah.
but it will be really fun to watch.
And literally dancing to your own drummer.
There you go. And that's actually sponsored by Lipton, so we're really thankful to them. And they also sponsor our fireworks, and that is Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and they are great.
Okay.
So I definitely recommend
Is that a big show? Big fireworks show?
Always a great show.
Okay.
It's about 15 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
Which for fireworks, that's a long time.
Very long.
And what we do is we have the opening act, Josh Phillips, and then after he goes off stage, the fireworks go off, and then Joe Nichols comes on after.
Oh, wow.
So you'll get to do everything in one night.
That's a very powerful evening of kind of events.
Definitely. And we have a full carnival and rides with roller coasters, and you have all the games if you want to win a goldfish.
Because we didn't even talk about the games or the rides or anything like that. We've just been talking about the main
You know you need a goldfish
events.
for your office, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
You could possibly win one.
All right. Let's
we
keep
have-
it in the bag and
We have
hold it
knocker
against the-
ball.
Knocker ball?
Yes.
What is
Can
it?
you explain?
Go ahead.
It's a giant inflatable ball that you can fit over your person, and you hold on to the handles, and then other people do it, and you run into each other and try to knock each other down.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And it's
Really hard to get back up.
Yeah,
Is it?
I think it's more for younger people. I don't think we
Yes.
should be doing this.
Last
So
year.
you got to hold on to it to try to get back up? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to be able to stand up with your knees and everything. So they had to show me how to do it last year because.
But at least she tried.
Yes,
That's
I
true.
did.
Yeah.
I did not try.
Yeah.
I'm not getting wedged in a giant.
All of our
Seems like something I might have to
our
try this year.
manpower guys
Do it.
paid because they wanted to see the vice chairman last year do it.
I'm
so
sure.
I had to
Fundraiser.
indulge and
There we go.
Well, and the great thing is that a lot of the events and things we have, like we have senior bingo,
Okay.
and we sell beer and wine, and all of these things incorporate nonprofits who come and help the festival.
Okay.
And so whether they're selling something or operating something that takes in fees, they're able to split that with Peanut Fest, so they're supporting their own
Okay,
nonprofit
great.
charities
Yeah.
as well as the festival.
Just kind of a way for all charities to kind of make some
Exactly.
cash off.
And it just further extends our reach into the community.
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
ultimately Peanut Fest is a community event. Now, as a tourism person, I want people to come in from out of town to the festival, and certainly they do. But we still want to make sure the Peanut Fest plays a significant role within the community.
In the hometown, yeah.
It's a tradition. It's 39 years. This is 39 years.
Wow, and still going strong. It's not
Yes.
like it's kind of waned over the years. It's just gotten bigger and bigger.
I tried for 39 and still fine for the for the theme, but I was overruled.
No, well, I definitely like the mudslinging, nut cracking, good times.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It sounds like it's going to be fun. So beside from Peanut Fest, though, I know that year-round you And your office is just constantly kind of churning out things and stuff for both citizens and people who come to the town to do. What type of events are upcoming for Suffolk tourism?
Well, some things that we definitely plan and produce ourselves, and other things we just promote for others and assist them as best we can. So the weekend of the 15th and 16th is Driver Days, their fall festival, and that's always really popular. And they have the folks from Lizard Lick Towing in North Carolina. They have their own reality
I've heard
show.
of that. Yeah.
They'll be there. They have a parade as well, and they have lots of music lined up, including Tailgate Down and Pride More, and I can see them on the poster.
Yeah.
But there's plenty, and driverevents.com is where they keep all their information, also on Facebook.
Yeah.
And Peanut Fest is on Facebook as well, and the website, like I said, was SuffolkPeanutFest.com. And of course, everything is at visitsuffolkva.com. I got to get that little plug in. Now, October 22nd, which is also a Saturday, we will be hosting the Minion movie at the Pavilion at the Visitor Center.
Very popular film.
Yes, we love Minions. They're so cute. They're like little tiny Twinkies that walk and talk. It's wonderful.
Twinkies, yeah.
Don't they look like Twinkies?
They do.
And so we're very fortunate. We have this great pavilion where we host the farmers market behind the visitor center, and we do it from spring to fall. And we'll still have the farmers market until November, I want to say 19th, whatever that third Saturday in November is. But what we do during the fall is we have the farmers market. It closes at 1. We break everything down, and then we set up a big screen and a surround sound, and we show movies for families. And we do crafts for kids, and we sell concessions for very little to raise money for United Way. So you're talking 50 cents for a drink, 50 cents for popcorn, that kind of thing. But we're showing the Minion movie on the 22nd, and then the 29th we'll show Hotel Transylvania Part 2. We showed the first one last year or the year before. So now we're showing the sequel, and it's a really cute movie. They're both cute movies. So it's free and open to the public. We tell people to come on out at 6 o'clock, and we'll do crafts, and then 6:30. Sometimes we fudge it a few minutes because of the sunset.
Exactly.
So by 6:45.
Especially as the weather's starting to cool, that's a great event for families.
It's great. It's really, it's convenient. It's downtown. You don't have to go very far. It's a safe place to bring your kids. We'll have candy, I'm sure, on the 29th because it's so close to Halloween. But also on the 29th, if you come downtown a little bit sooner, the train station, Seaboard Station Railroad Museum, will be hosting the annual Touch a Truck, Train and More. And
that's a popular event.
It is great, where they bring in all kinds of vehicles, whether it's like equipment, excavators and bulldozers and things like that. They have school buses, which that's like the most popular thing. And like, why would you want to come on a weekend to get on a school bus when you're on one every day?
Absolutely.
But they love it. They love it. And we've had, the Nutmobile out there. We've had a variety of things. Of course, my kids love the giant tractors and that sort of thing. But that is the 29th. That is a fundraiser for the Historical Society. And so there is a charge, but there's family tickets available. You can get a package, that sort of thing. And last year they had to move it because of rain, and so they ended up doing it the weekend of Halloween and did trick-or-treating, and it went so well. They're going to keep it that weekend and do trick-or-treating again.
All right.
So you can come and get candy too.
That sounds fun.
It's a lot of fun. And let's see, on the 22nd, Parks and Rec is actually going to be showing E.T. as a drive-in movie at Bennett's Creek Park.
Oh, wow.
So there's lots of movies in Suffolk in October.
Movies,
we like to take advantage of that, early sundown time where we can,
it's
show
not
the
too
movies
cold. It's perfect temperature.
We've learned our lesson on November and December outdoor movies. Doesn't work.
Yeah, especially with the freak weather of Hampton Roads.
No. But just not to get too far ahead, in December, we have the parade. I know, I'm going to take every chance I got. In December on the 10th, we have our,
sure we'll talk again.
Our holiday parade. I'm sure we will, but I want to have this on everyone's calendar.
There we go.
Not only do we have the holiday parade on the 10th, but earlier that day, tourism always sponsors a movie at the Cultural Arts Center because we can't do it outside. It's too cold. And we've run out of holiday movies because we've either shown them all or they're all on TV about every 10 seconds. And so we started doing Disney movies and family movies, and we've done Frozen, which was amazing.
Hugely popular.
Yes. We did Cinderella, and this year we're going to do Finding Dory. So we're very excited about that. So I want to get on everybody's calendar now.
Still in theaters we've
already got it scheduled December 10th
awesome.
too, and it's free. We just ask people to bring cans or a food or something to donate to the food
donation
bank.
item.
But honestly, we're just happy to have people come out and join us. So
yeah, absolutely. And all this information is available on the website.
Visit SuffolkVA.com.
And of course, for the Suffolk Peanut Festival, all the information, events, schedules, and all that stuff is available.
SuffolkPeanutFest.com.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you at home for joining us, and definitely go online and check out all the great events that Suffolk has to offer, and certainly go ahead now and get your tickets for this year's Suffolk Peanut Festival. It's sure to be a good one. Thanks for joining us.